What do you see from Zeke? Just trying to improve in that area, just trying to improve overall just at this stage of his career?
Yeah, I mean, I think Zeke, obviously, he wants to be the best back. Not only he can be, but I think, the best back, there is right now. So he works incredibly hard at those different things. I know he's talked a lot about being more of a receiver this year, and you can see him putting the work in and just trying to polish all parts of his game.
How has Connor Williams grown since you've seen him in his rookie year?
Yeah, he's done a great job. I mean, I would say if you look at him from his rookie year to now, not only physically he's bigger, stronger, but I think mentally he's taken a huge step, and I think we've seen that during training camp. He had a great camp, even coming off his ACL. You really can't tell, and he's done a really nice job. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play this year.
Is the mental part the hardest thing for a young guy as they grow into being a pro?
I think so. I think especially that rookie year, your head's swimming a little bit with all the different techniques, the speed of the game. Usually offenses are a lot more complex than what you're used to in college. So I know for me that was a big thing is mentally just getting it down, and not only getting down the playbook but anticipating things on the field. And that just comes with experience and game reps. And he's got a couple years under his belt now. So like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play.
Zach, there's a run metric stat now that says Aaron Donald is only an average run defender. I'm just curious your thoughts on that, and do you go against a guy who's more difficult than him when you play a game?
No, to answer your question, no. I don't know where that stat comes from, but turn the tape on, and he's very disruptive. Everyone knows who he is. He's one of the, if not the best player in the NFL, and it's going to be a great challenge for us, I think, for our entire group, because they like to move him around. So we're looking forward to the opportunity, but we know that we got to be on our game when 99 lines up against us.
Do you sometimes sit back and go, I'm surprised we don't play football this year, considering where we were as a country when the virus first started?
Yeah, I think a few weeks ago it was kind of that feeling a little bit, maybe a month ago, but after getting in here and kind of getting in the routine of training camp and being here all day and spending time getting ready for the season, you just kind of lock into a normal year. Today was like a normal Wednesday. We came in, had our meetings, had our practice, just finished up our afternoon meeting. So it's starting to feel a lot more like game week.
Zach, what do you do to make sure Cam is ready for Sunday? And even if he's played a lot of football, how do you make sure he's on the same page as y'all for what you're doing?
Who is that? Sorry.
Cameron Irving.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you said, he's played a lot of football. He missed a couple days there in training camp, but he was able to get in there and get some good work in. And I think the most impressive thing from training camp for me has been some of our depth, especially at the offensive line position. A lot of the guys that may not be running with the ones have shown that they can play and shown that they can play at a high level. So I think we feel pretty good about our depth there.
You mentioned the depth on the offensive line. You guys are deeper at quarterback with Andy Dalton. You guys are deeper at wide receiver. You guys are big at the tight end. Overall, as you look at this offense, how do you stack it up in terms of not just the big teams, the offenses that the path that you've been on, but perhaps even its potential overall?
Yeah, I think like I said earlier here, the depth. Coach made a point. It takes all guys that are on the squad here, especially the guys who are dressing. It's going to take everyone. So I know as far as the depth, it's probably about as deep as the offenses we've had, and we've got a lot to prove. So I know guys are excited to get out there and get the season rolling.
Zach, what did Coach McCarthy show y'all in his analytics presentation about consistency and not getting too high or too low?
Yeah, I think it's been, a big thing that we've kind of added this year is seeing some of those, stats that win and lose ball games. And if you can be good in those critical situations, a lot of times that's what the game comes down to. So there's been a ton of emphasis on those, especially kind of those obvious situations. The game really comes down to that, and we put a huge emphasis on it.
What were some of the specific
do you anticipate is going to happen for the anthem with your team? Do you think some guys will kneel? Think everybody will stand? What do you think will happen?
Yeah, I think guys are they're going to do what they believe in, and I think we've had some great discussions here, and we're going to support our teammates in whatever they decide to do.
Zach, going back to the analytics for a minute, what's the example of one of the stats that is super critical, and what message was different than last year?
I mean, I think a big example that kind of jumps out is 2 minute. 2 minute at the end of the game, at the end of the half. It's crazy how many games come down to those 2 minute drives in those two situations. So we put a big emphasis on that. So that's kind of an example there.
Dak Prescott had a lot going on in offseason. He lost his brother and some other things were going on. How do you gauge when to reach out to him to make sure he's okay and those kinds of things, or did you just wait until you saw him when you got back to the facility?
No, you definitely reach out. You want to be there for him. I don't know if there's a guy that I've ever been around that's been better at that, being there for other guys than Dak. So you want to just be there for him. Obviously, he goes through a lot off the field and then being the quarterback here. So you just want to be supportive and let him know that you're here for him and you're willing to do anything for him.
Yeah, what's this week like in practice? Can you tell it's a week one, or is the fact no offseason, no elongated camp, no preseason games kind of change the mojo at all?
No, I think definitely getting in today and it felt like a regular Wednesday in the season. So I think obviously we got some great work in the last few weeks, but coming in this week and getting into that routine, it definitely felt like a season or a regular week. And so yeah, we're ready to roll and we're ready to get ready for tomorrow's Thursday practice and keep preparing for the Rams.
I think it's 75 decibels is what the first game artificial crowd noise is played at. What's your expectation there? Is that not loud enough to go into the silent town? I mean, I think the offense for the Rams too would have to play under it. What's your expectation on just the overall atmosphere and sort of conditioning in terms of how you have to respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be different. We've done some work in practice with some crowd noise and different things like that, but you really never know until you get into the situation and see how loud it is in that stadium. And we'll be prepared for whatever if we need to use the silent cadence or not. But we'll just have to wait and see how loud it actually is.